Hey, Bonafides and YouTube otherwise. It's me, Seaman Ted, and I'm back. I'm back with another video. And if you're in here, you're good to go. What is going on? What is going on? What's going on, girl? I just cut to the chase. But first, I got a couple questions. Before my questions, even. This is the review for The Traitors, Season 2, Episode 4, entitled The Funeral. And I have some questions, okay? Big boy, you did what? You ran up, you took your toy and went home. Deontay, I think his last name is Barber. Baby, you didn't feel like start crying. You so disheveled with yourself, toe up with yourself that you didn't laugh. Baby, every shield, how many shields he won? I think he only won one so far. But that was a waste. What in the world? What? This man literally got in his feelings about getting it wrong. Cause you know what it was? That was all ego. Cause baby, you was so strong and so wrong. You were so strong and so wrong. It was ridiculous. And you couldn't even stand in it. Like, see, I ain't into it. That was like a punk right there. Like a bitch. I ain't into it. I didn't like it. So he off the show. Uh Marcus then got put away. Thank you. Wait. Marcus. Yeah, Marcus then he gone. But we were talking about that. Who else got? Wait, who got put out? I didn't forgot who did they unalive this season? Like at the beginning. Oh, I done forgot that quick. I done forgot that quick. It was Max. Max got banished. Who got? Oh, so this is the one where they were sitting up there. Sorry, y'all. Been a couple minutes since I watched. Okay, where they did the poisoning of Ekusun. Ekinsu. There we go, excuse me. So we had to wait till this episode for them to even, the funeral, for them to even show that she got poisoned. And what a dramatical in my Flavor Flav voice way did they do this. This was good. It was morbid. It was some stuff they wouldn't have been able to do me with. I would have had to got on the cart before that. But it was good and dramatic how they did it. Baby, let me tell you something. So the next day they all come for they let the three traitors in and they all come and they sitting there and they like, oh my gosh, did you even get it done? They like Dan and Phaedra didn't even know that baby girl had even did anybody, because they didn't know how it was all going to play out. They was going to play out the next day. She's like, yeah, I just couldn't get nobody to do it, but Ekinsu. And they was like, oh Lord, Phaedra didn't feel like she said, oh my gosh, because I sure was the other one of the people who voted for her. She started fanning. And did you see little Dan's arm go like, oh, you okay? Are you okay? Because she really did look like she had fanning. Said, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Right? Oh my gosh, honey. Let me tell you something. Phaedra was fit to be tied. So they all like, well, that's what it is, what it is. We'll just work with whatever we have to work with. So everybody comes in. Did you hear me? I said everybody comes in to breakfast. It's one more time. Everybody, including Ekinsu. Girl, when Ekinsu came in, why was all the traitors' mouths wide open? Like, they couldn't believe it. If anything would have gave it up then was right there. Baby, I could not believe how all three of them was like, gasped, aghast. They all look like they had seen a ghost. Like, oh my gosh, if that's the one part that I can say they did a terrible job at being traitors. A terrible job at being traitors. That's at that point, but that girl walked back in that morning. So Mr. Dandy come in, Mr. Cunningham or Cunningham, whatever his name is, Allen. He come on in and he say, baby, y'all gonna find out later on when we do a death march to the funeral. Everybody come prepared. We're gonna let you know who at that part had died. You know what I'm saying? Or was, killed. Oh shoot, I wasn't trying to say that. I ain't gonna try to monetize. Who had been unalived, right? So he was all like, because one of y'all been poisoned. They looking around. And somebody said, I forgot what his name is. One of them, the little like strawberry blonde guys, he says, who took something to drink from somebody? And Ekin with her dizzy tail don't even think, don't even remember. She said somebody could have did me, but I forgot. And I'm just looking at her like, Miss Girl, like you don't remember who made your drinks, who you was drinking around, if you drank out of anybody else's cup, anybody give you a cup. Like, girl, it was right there. Girl, let me tell you something. If I had remembered, I would have said boom and pointed straight out to, oh girl. I just knew Pavardi was gonna get um outed and have to claw her way back in because I know she makes it a couple more episodes. Okay. So I just knew she was gonna have to claw her way to get back in from that girl accusing her, but she didn't. Just dingy, girl, just dingy. So everybody go all day and they trying to figure out who it is. Larsa is on this big Dan, it's the alpha man, CT. They trying to come after all the strong ones. Everybody in my circle is getting done. I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot stand Larsa. And when Sandra said the same thing. She said, oh my gosh, she's so annoying. She talks too much. She's a big mouth. I'm sick of her. You know, I said, come on, girl, tell it to the camera so that girl can hear you. Okay, and everybody else is trying to be all cute with it. Oh, well, she can be a ringleader, and she can. No, she talks too much, and she thinks she's top stuff, and that she could talk that much, and tell somebody else they don't talk enough, and think that she wasn't gonna bolt any suspicion to her. Like, girl, miss me, ugh. And then when Sean said that she didn't know that her and what the girl name is, Larsa were the same, born in the same year because she looked 10 to 12 years older than her. I said, she do. And do. Okay. And do. And then ridiculous tail hips. I'm trying not to dog this lady, but I can't do Larsa. Them ridiculous tail hips with that all weather coat, that black all weather coat she had. That coat was just out. I have natural hips that make my coat sit up. So when they're like etched and like perfectly round hips, they just look crazy, dog. Go to your man. Cut the separation anxiety. Okay, anyway. So they get all dressed, they get to talking who it is. They thinking they putting Larsa out, they putting Dan out, and just still talking. MJ is looking like, they all like, I can't believe you wasn't gone last night. MJ's like, I know, right? Um, so they all go on this little death march in all black. I just thought that was a lot. It was very dramatic, but I was here for it. During the death march, this is part of the challenge. Uh you're supposed to go along the trail to the burial plots. And as you go along the trails, uh you're gonna have to answer questions. And then the people who fit the answer to the question, they get on the back of a cart, and it's going to narrow down to three people who actually uh, could have been the ones poisoned. So it's going to narrow you down to be able to, for the rest of the people who are on the cart, to decide who got poisoned. Okay. Now, before they go on the death march, it is a lot of talking going on, a lot of strategizing going on, and we see these two, Tweedledee and Tweedledum, uh, Pavarti, uh, and Dan, cahootsing together, okay, talking about they need to throw some heat on Phaedra because she's the least suspecting, and he's basically saying he want to use Pavarti with her crazy butt. The fact that this man even brought up turning on a traitor, you shouldn't have been being used as a tool for Pavarti, okay? And this is Pavarti and this white right here to the left. She He basically says he's gonna use Pavarti to throw some heat out to Phaedra. So Pavarti's around there talking about how the housewives look like, the whole Bravo team look like they together. CT saying the same thing. They banded together. They always walk around the house together and stuff like that. It could very well be one of the, or maybe more than one of the housewives, and all this stuff, right? And he's basically saying, since he's got so much heat on him, he got to throw it off on somebody else. Phaedra's probably the least suspecting one, so just throw it on, throw some heat on her and let her carry it. See how she carry it, right? Pavardi already been too close, and at that time, nobody is putting together. Not nobody. Let's not say that. Ekin Sue is not putting together that. Oh, girl handed her the dang chalice to drink out of. It was you, Ekin Sue. You don't remember it? The girl gave it to you and said cheers or some stuff. But you were running your mouth so much, and even the people was like, maybe Ekin Sue is the uh is the traitor because she was the one saying, forget the traitors, F the traitors, uh, this, that, and that, the traitors. Maybe she was being loud because she was the one. So nobody was really thinking it was Ekin-Su had been poisoned. Ekin-Su wasn't even thinking it, child. It was crazy. It was crazy. It was a personal farce against herself. I don't know, girl. It was just too much. So long story short, they go do the death march and people get on the car, people get in the car. The last three people is uh Ekin-Su, Pavardi, and MJ. So all the people, all the remaining cast has to go and put black roses. Oh, they make them get into a girl. It is three coffins sitting out there. They make the three choices, three castmates up for grabs to sit and lay down with their arms down and everything in that daggone casket. No. With one singular burial plot open with the fresh dirt over to the side. No, you wouldn't have got me to do that. No, I don't play with caskets, babe. Don't do it. Let me be one of the people who were put aside into the back into the cart. Okay. So they lay down and everybody comes and it's unanimous MJ. Everybody thinks puts a black rose in MJ. And I'm just looking at MJ. MJ is taking it like a G though. You know what I'm saying? And she's talking about, she's like, this is so crazy. Like this is one of my biggest fears to be, buried, like to what my funeral is gonna look like. And the dandy man is, all his little commentary and stuff, morbid commentary, everything like that. But really, honestly, after maybe three, oh, and it was a $20,000 prize. So if you pick correctly, then the team will get a $20,000 added to the pot. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, that shouldn't be happening. Hold on, let me see how long I've been on here. So, long story short, the what was I gonna say? Okay, Pavardi. Wait. Everybody votes for MJ, but I'm saying after the first three MJ votes, like you almost had to go with that because you would mess around. Then you would you would actually. Okay, hold on. So if you chose someone other than what the group chose, you could walk away with the $20,000. But nobody was willing to do that. You know what I'm saying? Nobody was willing to go out for no $20,000 like that. So everybody did the group thing and did MJ as the one who had been poisoned. But the traitors, nobody wanted to go against the group, even for $20,000, basically. In the end, they picked the wrong person. They lost the $20,000 as a team. And they disclosed that it was actually Ekin-Su. And everybody was thrown in the game. When they closed that casket up on her and she gasped, I was like, oh my gosh. Girl, you signed up. You let them do that to you? Now, I don't think that when they carried the box over to the grave and put it in the grave and put a little couple uh, signatory or symbolism or symbolic, excuse me, pieces of dirt over that she was in the casket. I really don't think she was still in the casket. Do you think she was still in the casket? Let's hope she wasn't in the casket. But the people are through. And CJ was like, I was gonna pick her. CJ, weren't you like one of the first people? You were like one of the first people. God, I want to see what this pizza look like because who I'm gonna do is call them back because I'm trying to understand how. Okay. I'm coming. I'm trying to understand how this pizza is done in 15 minutes and at my house. They must be pre having the bread because it's Super Bowl. Let me go in here and see. Come in. Get back. Get. Thank you. Sit down. Hi, how are you? Y'all got these pizzas pre-made down there or something? Because I just did this like 15 minutes ago. Get your ass on. No? Oh, okay. Thank you. You too. That's a lie. Anyway, so yeah, so sorry y'all. Yeah, so that was just crazy. Okay. That she was that he was hollering, oh, I was gonna pick her. Well, why didn't you pick her then? Well, I know why, because he didn't want to go against him just for the twin, because it would have been selfish. They was already on selfish kick with Janelle. And let Janelle know which she is, that she's too daggone selfish. So then, what happened after that? Okay, so they all go back to the house, and people start saying, why Ekin-Su? Because that is crazy that Ekin-Su was picked, but it was just because that's the only person she could get it done to. Why Ekin-Su? Why Ekin-Su, right? And people are like, these people are just doing anything. They're just they're playing the game all any kind of way. And woo. And honey, but Larsa sits down and holds counsel. Tamara Judge says that housewives will not be played with. Oh shucks. And Larsa sits and holds counsel, honey. She didn't got to this person, that person, and she on that she's on this alpha band thing. Now somebody did go against her. I forgot who it was on that point that she was making. But honey, she done got Dan and CT in her crosshairs. Dan and CT. Then Pavardi starts executing her and Dan's plan to get some heat over there on Phaedra and the housewives, right? So they hired Larsa. And she's like, yeah, I think Larsa too. She's doing a lot of campaigning. And I can see it. So she gets her a group, Pavardi gets her a little group for Larsa, a real strong Larsa group. And then also got her a real strong group. I mean, and then they also had a group for CT, and a couple people wanted Kevin. Larsa walks down the hallway and says something like, CT, we watching you. I'm like, girl, you really thought you was it. Larsa thought she was that girl, and she wasn't. Larsa thought she was that girl, and she was not. Okay. To issue out some little edict for him. Girl, sit down. They get up in the boardroom. People make a case for Kevin that he's an actor. He seems fake, and he's also annoying. He comes back with, oh, I find MJ annoying as well. And they make a case for Larsa, and Larsa's like, what? Why me? And this and that. And she's talking, whatever. Baby, the case for Larsa was made when Pavardi's whack tail says, what'd she say? I just think that the housewives are really chummy. And we need to start looking out and looking at different people and stuff like that. And I just really think that there's something going on with why they're all like real chummy and all this stuff like that. And Phaedra took affront to that, and I would have too, because we're Traitors on the same team right now. And you had another throw some heat my way. You already see I was concerned about that with the Ekin-Su killing, you know? And so Phaedra pissed off. She said she would not be tolerating no bad behavior at that round table. Honey, they done voted Larsa off. And then when they find out she was a faithful, they all like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. We got to get like, what is going on? What are we not looking at? Da 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 da. No one's safe and da 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 da. Baby, the Traitors go that night up there to decide who they're going to unalive. And Phaedra take her stuff off quickly and let Pavardi know straight up. Baby, I'm watching you. I don't know what that was about, but I'm playing a very fair game with you. And I expect the game to be played fair with me as well. And then she looked at Dan and said, both of you. I said, thank you, Jesus. She didn't see what was going on. Phaedra didn't see what was going on. Well, y'all, I got to go. And I got to go watch this next episode. I'm ready to see what Pavardi gonna say back, or Parvati, or whatever you say. Pavardi, I don't know how you even say it. I don't even know. I can't wait to see what her response, her retort is back to Page Girl. I'll be back. Bye.